Hi there. My name is Matt Hames, and I'm the Associate Vice President for Digital and Social Strategy at 3Enrollment Marketing. Today, we're going to talk about Google and how the search engine could impact higher education. So, a little bit of background. In and around 2018, Google launched what is called the Higher Ed SERP. That's the search engine results page. The search engine results page is what you get when someone Googles the institution by name. It is our belief at 3Enrollment Marketing that when people become aware of an institution, and at 3E, we generate awareness for our partner institutions, both for juniors, rising high school seniors, and of course for seniors. When somebody is aware of an institution, one of the main behaviors that they may or may not do is go to Google and type in Monsters University. And when they go to Google and type in Monsters University, what they're actually saying is, I have questions about Monsters University. I just don't know what the questions are. So Google calls this a brand query. And they made a higher education search engine results page product, both for the web and for mobile. And those are a little bit different. And for most institutions of higher education, the .edu wins a search for that institution. So over the years, Google has added to it. They've added what are called Google snippets, and they've added the knowledge panel on the right-hand side. They've added a number of different things to help answer those questions that people don't know how to ask. So when you Google an institution by name, you'll get cost information, you'll get location, obviously, you'll get their social platforms, the main Facebook, used to get Twitter, you get the main LinkedIn, you get sometimes you get YouTube, you sometimes get Instagram, the main platforms as options for digging into the institution. So I ran a bunch of numbers and looked at the number of people who did a brand query search, and then the number of people who clicked on the .edu at the top. And we found at 3E that the number was about 18.5%. In other words, about 8 out of 10 people who did a search for an institution by name didn't click on the .edu. Fine. They were clicking in a number of different places, but that traffic to the .edu from brand query searches was changing. Well, anyway, a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago yesterday at Google I/O, the CEO of Google announced that Google was changing from the typical site links solution to a generative AI solution. There's a number of reasons why they're making that change. They also saw that less people were clicking on the top link, less people were clicking there, and more people were asking questions of Google instead of just brand query kinds of questions. So again, if you type into Monsters University, if you type Monsters University into Google, you're in effect saying, I have questions, I just don't know what they are. We can get ahead of this a little bit in higher education by telling people what to Google. If when they come on campus this summer, when students come on campus and families, if you say to them, when you go home tonight, make sure you tell everybody to Google what is student life like at Monsters University, because you will win a search for that on a page that shows you what student life is like. Also, if that turns into a generative AI search, that is going to be a much better query than a brand query. So be active in what you tell people. If this turns into a generative AI, like if generative AI is the Google SERP product, if that is the answer and that's where we net out, then what it means is less traffic to your .edu, but it does not mean less importance for your .edu. Your .edu content is going to feed generative AI models. So it's going to feed ChatGPT. It's going to feed Copilot. It's going to feed Gemini. It's going to feed the possible future AI generators, which may or may not become the new search engines. Your content on your .edu can feed that. I have a lot of opinions on how to make your content feed that. I'm going to be updating this channel over the next couple of weeks as I test out things, try things, read more about this, learn more about what is possible. But don't fret. Just because people are not clicking on your .edu right away from a Google search, they weren't anyway before this. Most of them, again, on average, 8 out of 10 people weren't clicking on your .edu anyway. So this isn't a massive change. But what it does mean is that content on your .edu can feed these generative AI tools. And we're going to talk about that over the next couple of weeks and months. So if you have any questions about this, please add them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer any questions. I don't know everything right now. There's a lot out there. There's a lot that's changing. This could be a new era of how people look at institutions. At 3E, through the leadership of Patricia Mabin, we've never thought of it as a funnel anyway. We've always thought about it as a circle. People are in and out of your digital presence a lot, and this isn't going to change that. It's going to actually make it even more of a circle. So thinking about just surrounding the people who are interested in your institution is going to be so much more important in a world of generative AI. Any questions, please ask in the comments. Any comments, please add them to the comments. I'm happy to answer them. And I hope you have a great day and a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.